My name is Rami Gabriel and I'm from Beirut, Lebanon, Hamra. The first show I ever played at the El Macombo in downtown Toronto. And by the time the show came about, we were not fit for public consumption. And I don't know what happened, but I do know that our set ended with me and the singer rolling around the stage fighting. And so we didn't get to play a full set. We didn't win the Battle of the Bands. And I don't remember how the rest of the night progressed, but that was my introduction to live music. That was a good show. My body of work is comprised of traditional Arabic music, American music, country music, soul music, all songs I wrote. And then I have been playing experimental music for a long time. There's all this electronic music that's being made in the Middle East for the last 30 years called Shabi or Mahaf Banat. And it's really cool stuff. It's really cool stuff. So I've also been learning it and incorporating it into what I do. I'm a jazz musician. I've been playing jazz at the major jazz clubs in and around the city for decades. I've played the guitar. I played the oud. I played the bass. I played the buzuk. I played percussion. I played drums. And then I tried to sing on this album. I've played with a lot of groups and I've played in a lot of cities. I've played all around this country. Well, that band Thrice were in the same city. And then Warrant was from LA. We also opened for like members of Guns N' Roses, Middle Eastern Orchestra, University of Santa Barbara, Middle Eastern Orchestra. Then I subsequently started traveling to Turkey and meeting with musicians over there. Well, I was very fortunate to be asked to play the Symphony No. 13 of Glenn Branca, which was 100 guitars. And Glenn Branca was there, and it was an incredible thing. It was kind of every underground guitarist in LA was there. Mike Watt from the Minutemen was playing bass. What's his name? Paige Hamilton from Helmet, he was playing guitar. I was sitting beside this guy Randy from No Age. Along the way, I went back to Lebanon, where I'm from, and I got new instruments, and I hung out with musicians and learned some stuff. Then I went to Egypt. In Chicago, I played with Ronnie Malley for many years. I've been playing with him and recording albums with him. I was in the University of Chicago Middle Eastern Orchestra under Isa Boulos, and I learned from him. And then I have been teaching people too, so I've also been involved in the transmission of the tradition. I ended up meeting these great musicians in a band called the Western Elstons. And they're also in a band called NRBQ and a band called Flat Five. Musicians who are dedicated to the American tradition, to like what happened in the 50s and the 60s and 70s, the great explosion of American pop music. I'm making music regardless. I'll make it in a bar for no one. I'll make it out. I'm just making music. There's all these moments of tension, and you have to capture them as a musician, as an improvising musician, and turn them over for the people and for the other musicians. There's things that happen. There's moments, and you have to slip in there. The blues is like inside there. You know, the real blues is way in there. You can get way in there, and then you can do something. And then it just like breaks the world open. And I'm gonna use all of my tools. So what I did is I electrified my oud, I electrified my buzuk. I got the electric guitar, I got a bunch of pedals, and I'm really pushing these amps, and I'm just making, there's noise in there, there's punk, there's blues, hardcore blues, country blues. This is just the stuff that I like to play, and I'm gonna play it, and if you wanna come, you can come. Around 2000, I started to perform harsh, impenetrable noise sets in Southern California. And then I would just start with this wall of feedback and just build it until it was completely took over the whole space. And I would try to do spaces that were not used to that kind of music, because I'd also played, you know, those underground basement things where everyone's like, oh yeah, I like the noise, I like noise. my thing was to do it in spaces like where singer-songwriters would play. And so those would lead to fights and conflicts. But that's what I wanted, because I was in Southern California and I really resented the complacency of the youth. I guess it was kind of performance art, but we weren't like high-minded. So we would do that and create conflicts. So we did it on several university campuses. And then I would play this stuff in LA and everyone would say, oh, this is great noise. There's directions that people have taken which I just think were the wrong direction. And I remember when we could have taken that direction. I remember in the 90s when that was a possibility, or the 2000s. And I think people made bad decisions. And I think the music industry also made bad decisions, and they foisted this crap on people, and people will eat crap if you can feed them crap. How do you deal with tradition in a way that's tasteful and progressive and creative and sounds good? You know, sometimes it's like, it's a cool idea and all this stuff, but it just doesn't move you. Good music, I think, has to move you. It's got to get to you. If it doesn't get to you, then it's like furniture. It's just something to keep around. I want to be involved in good music. It doesn't matter if I'm in front or in the back. I just want to be around.